Hi, Tom Esch, safety communication expert, coming to you from St. Paul, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about safety mindset. But first, a true story. I don't recall as a young man ever noticing a person in a wheelchair, ever, until 1980. I was 18 and I was really into downhill skiing. We did what they called freestyle skiing, jumps, tricks, all kinds of adventures. It was fun. My three brothers and I and all our friends, our mindset was we are invincible. We will never get injured. And for the most part, we never were. We even had a big ski jump in our backyard. Each year it got bigger. We went from doing 360 helicopter jumps to front flips, even back flips. I was the first one to successfully complete a full back flip. It was the most exciting thing I had ever done in my life. We knew the risks. We knew that some skiers had broken their necks, broken their backs, but my mindset was, it won't happen to me. I'm invincible. Do you know anybody who's a little bit like that? And then it happened. Some friends came over that day to see the jump and to see me doing flips. I was showing off. I was 18. I approached the jump. I laid out a back flip beautifully, slowly. It felt perfect until I landed right on my head. Now, it doesn't take that much force to sever your spinal cord. A 12-foot fall onto your head on a flat landing is plenty of force to break your neck. I know that because my neck was broken. I had a small fracture in my C5 vertebrae. Lucky for me, it was a minor fracture and the spinal cord was intact. I wore a pretty serious neck brace for several weeks and then dealt with pain and chiropractors for many years. Eventually, my neck healed. Thank God it did not sever my spinal cord because I would have instantly been quadriplegic. That was the day I started noticing people in wheelchairs. And that was the last day I tried a backflip in the backyard. My mindset changed that day from it won't happen to me to it could happen to me, because it did happen to me. And I changed my behavior. I still skied. We still did some jumps and some risky things, but I stopped doing flips. I didn't want to break my neck. What is your safety mindset today? What is a mindset? Well, a mindset, it's a way that your mind is set on a given topic. It's kind of like a filter. We all have mindsets about lots of things. Things like football. Maybe you like NFL, pro football, maybe you don't. But you probably have a mindset on it. Maybe you like NASCAR racing, maybe you don't. Your mind is set, very likely, on it. COVID-19, you have a mindset on COVID-19. You might think it's overblown or underblown. You might have a moderate thought about it, or you're undecided. That too is a mindset, to be undecided. There are three keys to understanding and controlling your mindset. Number one, and I hope this sinks in, admit you're not fully aware of your mindset. Mindsets are kind of like tinted safety glasses. When you first put them on, you see the yellow tint, that's the filter. But after a few minutes, you don't even notice the tint. Similarly, you don't clearly see your own mindset, usually, until some big event happens. Secondly, we all can trick ourselves. We can say, oh yeah, I have a strong mindset on being COVID compliant. I'm 100% on board with the COVID protocols. And then you only wear your mask and you only abide by the 6-foot rule about half the time. You're not 100% compliant. You're 50% compliant. You might say, oh yes, I'm 100% committed to safety, Tom, 100%. And then you do some things that are not consistent with that commitment. You text while driving. You don't wear your full PPE every time. Maybe you don't put shoring on a 5-foot, 1-inch deep trench when you know you should. Watch your behaviors to understand your mindset, because the behavior never lies. The third point, you can change your mindset with the right motivation. They are not locked in stone. They aren't permanent. They seem that way, and we talk that way because we defend what we believe pretty strongly. We'd rather not change anything. It's human nature. I want you to know I'm not trying to change your mindset on safety. In fact, I can't change your mindset. You can't change another person's mind on anything. Only they can. And it usually takes a very traumatic event or a death to change a safety mindset. Maybe a broken neck or something very serious. Or could it be just a sensible, committed decision with support from your coworkers, your boss, videos like this one? Is that enough for you to change your mindset on safety? Being aware of that mindset is a first step. Being aware of our personal tendencies is the next. How do you tend to relate to those in authority? When a person in authority tells you to do something, do you tend to just do it, or do you tend to rebel a little bit or a lot? Safety rules are imposed on us from the outside, right? Somebody else makes up the rules and tells you what to do, basically. So it matters what you think about and how you relate to external authority. If you tend to rebel a little bit, you may have a harder time with your safety mindset. If you tend to comply with external authority, it might help you to have a stronger safety mindset. Okay, practice time. I want you to pause the video now and discuss for about 60 seconds. What is your mindset with regard to safety? And I want you to be honest. I want you to discuss two things. What is your mindset with regard to safety, and how would you like your mindset to be? So you might think safety slows me down, it's a hassle. You might think safety is number one. I treat it that way every single time. Your mindset might be that safety and productivity are both important. Maybe your safety mindset is, you know what, it's not going to happen to me. It's a waste of time. I'm not going to take that extra step. Or you might think safety's boring. It's all boring. It's not needed. It's over the top. It's too much. It's not what it was 10, 20 years ago. It might be like a buffet line. Oh, you know what? Safety's important, and I'll just take the stuff I like to eat and leave the rest. So what's your mindset, and what would you like your mindset to be? Important questions for you today on your job site. Thank you for being part of the Talking Tips. What you are aware of today could prevent an injury today. What you say or don't say could save a life. Do the right thing every time.